Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gage. I'm pretty new to the YouTube thing, but I've been reselling on eBay for a few months now, and I just thought this would be a good opportunity, and it'd be pretty fun to come on here and just kind of show you guys some of the things that I picked up today to go back on my eBay store. Hopefully, just to kind of promote my eBay store, show you guys the type of things that I like to list, the type of things you can expect from my page and from my eBay site as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing I picked up was this copy of Underworld Awakening, this Blu-ray copy. Outside you can see the box does have one blemish right there. But other than that, the box looks pretty good. Let's unlatch it here. And as you can see here on the inside, it's got all the paperwork that comes with it. The front of the disc looks very good. It pops out. The inside of the case is very good. And aside from a few fingerprints where I've been manhandling it, disc looks very good. I don't see any scratches on it. I thoroughly inspected this disc before I purchased it, so very good, ready to go. Nearly perfect condition in terms of everything, except for this blemish right there. So to go with that, I also purchased Underworld Blood Wars. This is on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray. I always try to go for these 4K Ultra HD movies because they're typically always going to be worth a pretty good bit. So, outside exterior looks good, obviously. You know, not the newest movie in the world. It's got a few signs of wear here and there, but overall, this is something I would expect from you know, a 3.5 star store. So we open it up here. There we go. So as you can see, it doesn't come with paperwork. This copy didn't come with paperwork. But you got here, you got your Blu-ray copy. You got your 4K Ultra HD copy, which is also Blu-ray. So you can take it out and check it out here. Maybe a few very, very minor scratches. Nothing that's going to affect performance. You know, a few fingerprints, of course. I'll obviously wipe those off before I ship it off to the buyer. As you can see here, aside from maybe a little dust, a few very, very light scratches, disc is in great condition. So next up, I also picked up this copy of Date Night. This is a 4-movie collection, the Date Night collection. It's got a few Sally Field movies. You got Murphy's Romance, Places in the Heart, and Steel Magnolias. And then you also have this Julia Roberts movie, My Best Friend's Wedding. I can't speak for any of these. I've never seen these, but I have seen Steel Magnolias, and I can vouch for it. It's a good movie. So you pop it open, and you've got Steel Magnolias and My Best Friend's Wedding on one disc. And then if you go over here, you've got Murphy's Romance and Places in the Heart on disc 2. A little bit of wear on the outside of these discs. These were obviously used on a few date nights. A few slight scratches on the disc, but nothing to be concerned about on disc 1. Let's check out disc 2 here. Same as disc 1. You know, a few light scratches. Nothing that I would be concerned about. Obviously, I will test these discs out to make sure that they work. I'm sure that they will. They all look very good. I've played way worse DVDs before, but these were the movies I picked up. There we go. Sorry about that. That's better, that out zoom. But yeah, these are the few these are the 3 movies I picked up. I do plan on selling these as a set. Could probably get a little more from if I sold them as a set, so I believe that's what I'm going to do. Sell them to a collector. And then this one, I'm just going to put it up by itself, and we'll just see how it does. So yeah, I got a few video games. We'll get to those next. So here's the first video game I got. It is Little Big Planet 3 for the PlayStation 4. This is the PlayStation Hits Edition, so not original, but game case is in very good condition. A few little scratches there, as you're going to have on older games that have been used. Back of the box here looks very good. This is that good red plastic. I've always loved the way the PlayStation Hits cases look. So you pop it open here, It is missing the manual, but does have some beautiful inside cover art here of Sackboy looking at you. And so let's spin this disc around. I remember when I inspected this disc in the store, it was amazing. So you can look at it. A few fingerprints from me and the seller, but like I said about the movies, I will wipe those off with a microfiber cloth and make sure that everything is clean before I ship it off to the buyer. But disc is in great condition. The front of the disc looks beautiful. You can tell whoever had this game in the past, they took very good care of it. So let's pop it back in the box here, and then we'll move on to the second game that I got. So the second game I picked up here is the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Bit of an older title. I haven't played much of the Elder Scrolls, so I can't speak as to whether or not this is a good game, but I know these games can be very collectible. Got a little bit of sticker residue here. This actually looks like maybe from the original seller, and also you can see where somebody tried to scrape it off right there. The plastic is damaged, but that's okay. Here's the back of the box. The box looks good. A few little dents here and there. Let's pop it open and see. So, here's the front of the disc. Looks good. There's no cover art, which sucks, but here's the front of the disc. Disc does have a few very light scratches. This is a pretty old game, so that's to be expected. Overall, the game looks really good. I'll clean it up before I send it to the buyer, as is everything else. But this game looks like it's in good condition. I'm not really sure what to list it for. I'm gonna have to do a little research before I list it. But overall, this looks like a pretty good game. And so I do have a piece of tech we can move on to. It's nothing much. It's this Lenovo 400 wireless mouse. This is, let's see, I'm looking for a year on it. Looks like this is a 2018 model. You have your USB plug-in here that you plug into your computer. And it does come with a battery. It's a fairly old battery, but it doesn't look to be any corrosion. There's a bit of sticker residue on the box, but if you're going to be using this mouse, then, you know, you're not going to need the box anyways. But yeah, this was a pretty good find. Beautiful gray color with some red trim right here. I thought this was a nice pickup. This would be good for anybody, you know, working in an office or anything like that. So I have a few big items here that I picked up as well. So starting off, we have Redneckopoly. This is definitely an interesting find. Let's fix the camera here. This is an interesting find. But after doing a little research, this is worth quite a bit of money. And I've inspected. I'm not going to go through it here on this video because it would take a while. But I've inspected this game, and all the pieces are there. So yeah, definitely a rare find. Make it list it up for maybe $60 or $70 and see who will buy it. I believe that would actually be on the lower end compared to some of the other listings that have sold for this game. I'll show you the back art here. So there's your game board. Here's the description. Definitely an interesting pickup here. It is rated ages 13 to adults. You can have 2 to 7 players. Definitely something I've never seen before. Something that just intrigued me so much, I just thought I had to pick it up. So we have another big item here. We'll get to that in just a moment. So this is the big item that I picked up. This is a 2001 USS Saratoga G.I. Joe aircraft carrier playset. I saw this and it immediately caught my eye. I thought it was just such an interesting piece. This is a motorized playset, so unfortunately the motorized functions do not work. I thought that the issue may be in the battery compartment, because 2 of the springs for the 4 batteries that you have to put in there, 2 of the springs were broken, and so I made some new springs. and put in there, but unfortunately that did not work. So I fear that there's something wrong with it internally. So I just figured that's something better for the buyer to fix when that time comes. And so it's got a few cool little features here. It's got these little flip up tabs. I'm assuming that what you would do with this playset is you would maybe snap on your jet here and it could take off, and these little tabs would get flipped down as your jet goes over them. It's a very cool playset. It's got two of these pads here that you can push down, and then you press that button and it rises back. This one right here is a little sticky at times. See there, it's going to be sticky, but it will rise eventually. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of persuasion, but I'll get it back up. I'm not going to worry about it too much in this video. But yeah, this it's got your radar things up here that work in sequence. It is missing a piece here, it looks like. I'm assuming this would be some type of taller radar type of prop. It is a little dusty. I'm going to clean it up before I list it. It's got your anchors up here. There's one on the other side as well. Stickers look to be in good shape. This could be cleaned up a little bit, these little turrets. But yeah, overall this is a very clean piece. And then you come back here to the back. And this flips up, and then you have your captain's quarters here, where you'll flip this switch on right here, and you can mash. You can go up to go forward. You have motorized wheels on the bottom that will actually make this go forward, and then you have some turning wheels down there. You turn this wheel, and then you can make it turn to the left or the right. And then this right here is your radar on and off. I'm assuming that what you would do is when you push this up, it would make these radars move as they move in sequence. I really wish this piece worked. That would be awesome. I think I'm going to ask maybe about $30 to $35 for it. I feel like that's a good price for somebody who is maybe a collector, but maybe they don't necessarily care about it working or not. They just want something to put on their shelf. And so I'm just going to list it up for $35. I think I'm just going to take an offer. You know, if somebody offered me $25 or $30, I would probably take it. So yeah, this is just a very interesting piece. And so yeah, that with this piece, we will conclude today's video. All these will be listed on eBay pretty soon. Be sure to check out my eBay. It's Video Game Planet. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If this video does well, I'll try to post these more often whenever I pick up new inventory. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.